And welcome back to the next portion of our How to Defeat series. We are still with Zomot's Pets, and we have our sights set on the Gold Dragon on the left-hand side here. Uh, he is comparable reward-wise to the Diamond Dragon, but out of the two is by far much more difficult for a couple different reasons. He moves around much more. He still has ridiculously high regen, although it is said that both of them have the same regen. It just seems a little bit more aggressive with the Gold Dragon, with everything else that he has going on. Uh, he has a very high ignite skill that will do continuous fire damage to the entire party. And he has a very high stun chance for frontline members. So our knight and our warrior will have a hard time with that. If you're running a barbarian gone berserker and you've leveled up berserker's will, you're not going to have much of an issue with that because that does negate some of that chance for stun. But we are not running a berserker on this team, and so we're going to have to deal with the stun. We're going to have to deal with party-wide fire damage, and basically him moving around. The one weakness that we are going to exploit is that the Gold Dragon is weak against magic. And so I went ahead and I have flipped some equipment on our team. Not much, just weapons really. So our knight is going to be carrying around a glaring expert bone splitter. Has 5 to 55 magic damage. The warrior now has an odd expert thunder striker of sanctuary. 2 to 17 damage with lightning, but 2 to 26 on the magic damage. And then we're actually going to run our assassin in melee. And what I put on him is a corrosive Masamune of agility. This poison stack, the 11 to 15, if we can get that stacked multiple times on him, it's going to negate his health regen, which is the only reason we're going to put him forward. Everything else on the team is the same way that we've ran with the Diamond with this. Now, if you do not have an alternative equipment like this, that is fine. You're just going to have to out-damage and out-heal the dragon. Now, like I said previously, he moves around a lot more than what the Diamond Dragon does. So having a fairly quick team or a fairly high haste skill level, so you can throw haste on a couple of your members that are chasing the dragon around, is going to help and make life a little easier for you. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this fight. Now, of course, we're going to have the Shadow Warriors. We're going to take care of them first. As I stated, the weakness for the Gold Dragon is going to be magic. And we have these flipped over. We're going to go ahead and put them on magic. And we're also going to put our priest on magic missile just for a little extra damage to soak through. And of course, she's always going to prioritize casting heal and healing aura when needed. The same way with our other two casters. Because party-wide ignite damage hurts. And I do recommend having that minimum 50 to 75 resist on fire. Anything higher than that is, more power to you, the safer you will be. But 50% fire resistance is what you're looking at. And so to start out with, we're going to go ahead and we're going to mark one of our guys and get them out. Of course, we're going to have the stun almost right off the bat from these guys and bleeding. Let's go ahead and flip our mark here. And let's get this last Shadow Warrior out of the way. There we go. Pretty quick and easy. Now, we're trying to put that stun and poison on him as much as possible and keep him from moving around too much. And if you notice, our assassin is getting pegged a little bit, so let's go ahead and let's walk him out of there. We're going to shadow jump to the other side so it gets the aggro off of him, so the dragon is going to focus more on one of the other two. And we're going to put him right back into combat. And of course, we're going to give a little bit of heal chance here. There we go. And so now that aggro got taken off and put onto our warrior main focus. And if you notice, he's staying with that poison and he's not regenning as much. And that's what we want to do, is if you're able to stack poison with either items or the poison boost from an assassin, you're going to have much easier getting past the health regen of this dragon. And you just want to continuously apply pressure. Now here's the ignite. My team has a fairly high fire damage resistance. My Geomancer is, I think, immune to fire almost completely. Everybody else has in the 80s and low 90s. The lowest one out of the team is going to be my Wizard. You're seeing this is that was hitting 15 and 20 a pop. But if you cannot push through that with healing, that is a difficult thing to have to deal with party-wide wise. Now our knight is out here jostling around. He can't get into a spot, so let's move our assassin around. Reapply our poison, and we're going to see if we can't get a couple of criticals once we get back in range with him and get him flanked. Now he is below 50. He's going to jump around quite a bit. If we are not putting pressure on him as he's moving and he jumps halfway across the screen and it takes us a couple turns to get to him, he is going to heal relatively quickly, and you want to continuously apply pressure to that. And let's go ahead and pop Divine Favor. I'm actually trying to get a decent heal off of Divine Favor to top everybody else off if we can get it. We did not get the heal from Divine Favor, but that is okay. We did get slowness on him and holy quickness on everybody else. And with that, I'm going to flip over to our Geomancer. We're going to summon a couple of wolves just as a distraction. They're not going to do really much of anything to this dragon. They'll probably get ate pretty quickly. But I'm going to put some haste on these guys to push this final little bit of damage. There we go. As I was stating, the reward's about the same for the Diamond Dragon, but the difficulty, tactics-wise and gear setup-wise, is not as straightforward as the Diamond Dragon, because you're going to have your fire resistance up high. You're going to have magic damage to be able to push that through. Now, if you notice, our Wizard, again, he's going to be the highest damage out of this, or one of the highest damage out of this team with 9,400. The other two, again, switching to those items that have magic damage applied to them, with that hammer and that axe, push them over the top, and that's what we actually need to see here. I'll go ahead and check the items we got off of him. Decent. A fairly good dragon scale shield. And a okay Mystic Sword. We'll go ahead and take that. But again, the Gold Dragon comparatively is the tougher out of the two, just because of the setup wise. If we were to carry over and keep our team the same way we did with the Diamond Dragon, this fight would have went much differently. And I'll tag that on towards the end of here so you can see the difference of that. But the main issue with the dragon, the Gold Dragon, is you want fire resistance, you want magic damage, and you want to apply enough pressure and be quick enough to chase him around so he does not self-heal that much. And the pressure can either come through extra damage or stacking poison like we did with our assassin. Now, I hope this helps you guys farm the Gold Dragon and get to the equipment that you want and the levels that you desire. Have fun with this and enjoy.